Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Grace on the Go. I'm Pastor Douglas. If you've been following along with us so far as we go through the Beatitudes, we really notice that this week is a line in the sand, a turning point in these Beatitudes from Jesus. If you were there in the moment with Jesus as he's giving this sermon, or if you're just reading along through the Gospel of Matthew, you could be in the situation where you're reading these or hearing these and saying, yeah, that could be me. What I mean is as you read through, you say, yeah, I've been poor in spirit. I've mourned. I've been meek. I've been hungry for righteousness. I've shown mercy before. And you can start to think, maybe I can do these things by my own power, by my own will. And then we get to Matthew 5:8. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. And now Jesus has really made a distinction here of saying, hey, this isn't you, right? Because he's saying the pure in heart, and who of us can say, yes, I have a 100% pure heart? Jeremiah 17:9 says of our heart, the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately sick. Who can understand it? And so none of us can sit here and say, yes, this is me now. I'm the pure in heart. I'm the one who has kept my way pure, because we all have original sin. This idea that from Adam, sin has cursed all of us, that we are all tainted with sin. And there's a couple of ways you can look at this: federal headship, national headship. It's a little bit deeper than a 5-minute video can portray. Essentially, no matter which way, they all come to the same conclusion, that we are guilty with Adam, that we have been disobedient with him. And so we're not sinners because we sin because we are sinners. And so none of us have a pure heart. And so to reread Ezekiel 36, 24 through 29, Travis went through this on his sermon. I want us to note very carefully the language, and more specifically the pronouns that are used here. And so this is the Lord talking, saying, for I will take you out of the nations. I will gather you from all the countries and bring you back to your own land. I will sprinkle clean water on you, and you will be clean. I will cleanse you from all your impurities and from all your idols. I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit in you. I will remove from you your heart of stone and give you a heart of flesh. And I will put my spirit in you and move you to follow my decrees and be careful to follow my laws. Then you will live in the land I gave your ancestors, and you will be my people, and I will be your God. I will save you from all your uncleanliness. And so as we look at this, we see that the line is definitely drawn now. And Jesus is saying, there is no way that you can save yourself. Unless you are pure of heart, you cannot see God. And so what he's saying is reverting back to Ezekiel. He's saying, I have to put this new heart in you. The heart that you currently have is wicked and sinful and broken. It's a heart of stone, and you need a heart of flesh. You need a brand new living heart placed inside you. And there's no way that we can do that to ourselves. Jesus has to do it for us. He has to give us something new, because what we currently have just won't work. And so this takes place through faith in him, that when we believe in Jesus, at the same time a new heart is given to us from him through his righteousness on the cross. As we look at Romans 5:19, it kind of sums up what's happened here. For by one man's disobedience the many were made sinners. So in other words, Adam's sin led to all of our sinfulness, this original sin that we have, that we are totally depraved people, that we have sinful, evil hearts from the beginning. So by the one man's obedience, the many will be made righteous. So Jesus, instead, the new Adam, as Paul calls him, now with his act of obedience, of him obeying God perfectly and dying on the cross, that obedience is transferred to us, is imputed to us as our own righteousness that he gives us. And so the same concept that he gives us a new heart. Adam, as our representative, sinned, and therefore we all received sinful hearts, Jesus instead follows God, does what is righteous, and we are given that new heart, that pure heart that was required to follow and see God is given to us. And so what we start to notice here is that it's all by Jesus that we can be saved. There's nothing that we can do to save ourselves. We are 100% required to rely on Jesus through it all. Our hearts cannot do it. We need a new heart. Jesus is that heart surgeon that gives us a pure heart because he's the only one who can.